obviously a breaking news situation, so we're doing our best and trying not to get people motion sickness.
Yes.
It's tough to find something like this. It's not so easy.
And it sounds like his audio is breaking up a little bit.
Where are they?
It's not as easy as it looks, I can guarantee you that, and I'm kind of upset because
Are there any other news stations on
I'm going
this
to work
right
here
now?
for a few moments trying to pick this thing back up. I'm going to turn the scanner back on, of course, and see if we can find it. Sorry, ladies.
No. It's okay.
And everybody else.
We're gonna let you do that.
No,
and as soon as you get your
no.
eyes
I
on
went
that
live and
vehicle,
it's
we'll
gone
come back.
already.
Thank you.
All right,
Son
Stu,
of a
thank you
bitch.
so much.
All right. I should have waited. But we'll sit here for a minute and maybe figure it out. Did they lose him? JT, the news station lost him. I don't think the police lost him. Hold on. Yeah. Chase is not over. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Wait, they're back. Okay, they're back. Sorry. Hold on, they're back.
The airship, that's going to be the sheriff's department, still following that vehicle from the air, but the CHP either lost it or backed off. That vehicle continues to drive very, very recklessly out here. San Gabriel Valley is where we are. You can see that there on the screen. But that
okay, we're going to run a prediction.
Hasn't slowed down, and I'm sure hoping that at least some of the law enforcement will kind of just re-engage, maybe just for the lights and sirens. That vehicle cutting corners.
Okay, prediction up. Will this chase last for 15 minutes?
Does he know where he is? Is this an intended area? I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you that driving continues to be as reckless as we've seen from the beginning. The speeds, let me bring that up, running another stop sign there in this residential neighborhood. This is where it gets really dangerous, and it also is one of those things where policies and law enforcement and litigious things all kind of blend together, because it's one of the,
it's like they're dropping frames a little bit.
Law enforcement might be held responsible.
You know?
They'll be like, well, why were you chasing him? And if they don't chase him, well, then they also might be responsible. It's a very difficult decision, and I am glad I am not in that process, because I couldn't make those type of calls. But I can tell you where he is right now. We just made that turn back onto Whittier. I hear the sheriff's ship making calls again to the units on the ground, because we are definitely in sheriff neighborhoods. So they are going to try to re-engage and possibly at least one.
It can't be me. It's got to be them. Can't be me. Okay.
Driver impaired and on the gas.
Okay.
It just keeps adding up and adding up. I hope this doesn't end in some sort of tragedy or injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is morning. It's 11 o'clock. I'm actually quite surprised it's not as busy down there as one would expect.
We got Stu, yeah.
But those people, as we always say, the people are on the road. They don't know what's going on, and that's what makes it so dangerous. And you have someone who obviously doesn't seem to care and is putting their life at risk. They're not concerned about the pedestrians. So many close calls.
It's not
Pedestrians
that bad.
or the other drivers. There could be bicyclists. And yes, we are seeing this being
me a headache.
and this is just really tough to watch.
Oh.
Hard turn.
And
okay,
you're
here we
talking
go.
about an impaired suspect.
Yeah, impaired. And again, do we
impaired?
know, does this guy
Reckless
know this
DUI.
Is he trying to get to a safe
Reckless
place?
DUI.
A lot of times they are. Those are
King
like
Ed,
low
welcome.
speed bumps that he's hitting right there.
Scentless,
Whittier
welcome.
Boulevard, that is a
OG,
very
welcome.
busy
Jerry,
area
what's up,
out
rapper?
there. And like you said, very residential, but also has a lot of businesses. We've seen a couple of close calls as he made his way through some of those intersections. You can see the helicopter right there. That's the sheriff's ship, and he is definitely making calls. I know this area. Yeah, he's right behind some of those big stores.
Day
right
drinking,
off of
yeah,
Whittier
Jamie
Boulevard.
day drinking.
Basically, what we're
Yo, Roy,
Olympic
what's
right
up?
here. everybody knows is does parallel Whittier. So he's continuing on this westbound
Your sister got her car stolen,
basically
Gina?
kind of
That's
going
terrible.
back to the area where it started. Now, this portion
Where?
of
They're
Olympic
in
Boulevard,
Arizona?
you can see, is very industrial, a little less traffic out here, but that is a solid red.
Okay,
And
red
you can
light,
see
red
him
light.
kind of locking it up and then making that turn. When you see a suspect or when you see these vehicles in pursuit do those type of things, wrong side of the road, kind of cutting back over, I just worry. I just like probably
You're
everybody
worried,
at home,
Stu?
I worry
You
about people
worry?
on the ground doing their daily business and then just have this person barreling through and maybe even ruining somebody's life. Now this is getting a little unusual. We're now cutting, I thought it was maybe in an alleyway, just kind of cutting through some areas out here. There's a sheriff's unit actually there.
Oh, he's right there.
He's going towards it.
Oh my
Don't
What?
know what that was all about.
That guy's
But,
not involved in
just
the
went
chase.
Right by it. That deputy probably on some other type of call. But again, back onto it. Now we're on Atlantic Boulevard. And I'm not even going to give directions because he keeps changing them up. But again, you can see what the Sheriff's Department is dealing with right now. How do they handle it? How do they keep the public safe?
Hit the like.
That's a
Thanks,
really
Jerry.
tough call.
Everybody hit the like,
Like
thumbs
he's
up. It's
familiar
free.
with
It's
this area
easy.
because who would know to turn into that alleyway that goes into the street and then go around the roundabout right there?
person.
So it does seem like perhaps he knows this area.
Oh my, yeah. I was thinking.
Did they
Definitely,
deploy
it
a
seemed-
strip? I don't think so. I don't think that's what that
he
cop was
might. He
doing.
definitely might. It
There's no way they could have
also
known he
might
was
just
going to
be
do
a
that.
lot of times when I watch this stuff, I always think to myself, this for somebody doing so much wrong, they seem to have a lot of good. Look at that. That one was close too.
Yeah, that's close.
They seem to have a lot of luck on their side, or maybe it is.
I wish another news
somebody
station would
said
jump
to
on this
me
because this just
earlier
looks rough and they're lagging a little
before.
bit.
Maybe it isn't the luck of the driver. Maybe it's the luck of all the innocent people around him that are keeping them safe, and maybe not that driver. The sheriff's ship right there in the shot coming back out onto, I believe that's going to be Whittier. I don't see him, so I'm venturing to say he
There he
went
is.
this way, and
There he
you
is.
can see the sheriff's units
There
are
he
getting a
goes.
little bit closer. So that is a huge plus, at least for the public, in my eyes. I don't know about the sheriff's department, but again, picked a bad street to go on. Really, really busy down
Yo,
there.
Sick
That
Tundra,
truck driver
welcome.
was like, just what the heck is going on?
And it's like
Whoa,
trucks
there's garbage
that
cans on the
steal
road?
The bins.
Yep. It is definitely busy and tight down there. Sheriff's Department, I'm going to just go a little bit wider. I won't lose the car,
All
I
right,
promise.
what's going on with the bingo
Just
card?
go
We
a
got
little bit
anything? We
wider
got
to see if
tracking
those,
mode for
sheriff's
sure.
units are going to be nearby. It looks like they're, at this moment they aren't. Speeds, I was going to say slowing down, but look at that maneuver right there around those cars, waiting for the light, and back onto another
Yeah,
major.
bin
Hopefully
day.
he doesn't put that foot on that pedal again.
Charles
Stu,
says
it's
watching
Amanda.
Stu's police chase is
While
just
you were
like
zooming in,
daydreaming.
I couldn't help but notice amongst a lot of the
But it won't get you
laws that
arrested.
this driver is breaking, it looks like the tint may be something as well, because this is why we have these tint laws in effect. We can't see if there's anyone else in the car or confirm that at this time, right?
There's no plates on this car? There's no plate.
We
Yeah,
don't
see
know
that
if
there's
any
no license
passengers.
plate.
That is for sure. And the tint law, that's something. You know what? We've seen them darker. I've actually been able to see the driver. I thought you were going to say something about the driver being on his cell phone. You can kind of see inside there. Right now, if there is somebody in
Okay,
there,
it's on
that person is
KTLA
going
now,
for a
too.
wild ride. And I always kind of wonder, why would a passenger go along with this? Basically putting their lives in this person's hands. Yeah, I did notice no license plate, which
No
is
license
also
plate.
interesting. That might be the reason why they are staying on it.
Yeah, okay.
And
Looks like a
but you can
Kia,
see that
Stu,
car
right?
making those.
Four-door
Maybe it
Kia
is me.
I think it's a Hyundai Elantra.
Elantra?
Hyundai Elantra,
no,
maybe.
it's a Kia.
Maybe it's Kia.
It's
No,
Kia.
it's a Kia.
Yeah.
It's a Kia.
Amanda knows her
It's a
cars.
I do know my cars.
She does know her cars.
But Kia and Hyundai are
Yeah.
sister companies, so.
Their sister comes
Wow,
out.
picking up speed right
But,
there.
Yeah, the
you
video's
can-
better on
Yeah,
KTLA.
getting
I
just
may
a
have to
quick look at
switch.
the driver. You can see him
I like
in there.
Stu
He's
and everything,
driving
but
with
this
one
is
hand
kind of
and,
brutal.
just
I
seems
don't
to
know what
be
you guys think.
very relaxed at what he's doing, and it just
If I
makes
wasn't
me
talking
even
about this,
more
would you guys
nervous to
notice?
see that kind of
Do you not switch?
nonchalant attitude at driving at these very, very high speeds. We haven't seen him do anything like coming up to another bridge, and he didn't take it. But we haven't seen him do anything like that where he goes under a bridge and waits or anything. So right now, I think his plan is basically just keep driving till I can't anymore. Also makes it very worrisome. Very residential area out here. It's East Los Angeles. Folks that know, they know.
They
The
aren't
people that
sister
don't,
companies.
it is
They're just
very
both
residential, smaller
shitty
streets.
Korean
This was
cars.
a little
What's
bit
up,
of an
Robert?
older neighborhood where they
Willie,
weren't,
what's
the
up?
cars were not that popular when some of these homes were built. But at any rate,
You
you
leaving?
can
Alright,
keep up with
It's
us.
just
50
this is
miles
tough
an hour,
to watch.
very
kinda,
small residential
yeah.
streets, very dangerous situation.
Like their video is just tough.
Wow, yeah, very residential area right there. Thankfully, as we've been watching this, not a lot of people
Maybe you guys
out
don't
and
think it's so
about
bad, but I'm
in
watching
terms of
it here. It's like,
pedestrians or other vehicles coming his way or going the other way as well. But it just makes me so nervous seeing how erratic this driver is.
They're not at 30 frames per
Obviously
second.
wanted for reckless DUI, so perhaps impaired at this point.
You don't notice it, Gina? You
And
can't see it?
driving this way. So clearly we have no idea what to expect. But I also wonder if he knows that
See the difference? You
people
want
are
to see the
tailing
difference
him
real
from the
quick?
sky.
You don't see it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, hold on one second, just
sorry
look.
about that. If you heard me
Look.
screaming, the pilot was asking me what street it was because clearly the
This is
sheriff's
just
unit
smooth.
now has lost the vehicle
Like the
as
car
well.
just moves,
And,
it's jumping around a
that
little bit
just shows
now.
you how if you
But
take your eyes
for the
off
most
these
part,
cars
it's
just for
smooth.
a second, it becomes
And on the
very,
other one,
very
I don't know, this
difficult.
one's
Right
doing the
now
same
we're
shit.
back on.
Probably
We're
me,
coming
not
up to
them.
Whittier. We're on Whittier Boulevard, back onto Whittier near Eastman.
Whoa,
heading
people.
to-
The other one was
Yeah,
still
yeah.
smoother than this
Yep.
one. Look, this
Yep,
guy's got
so
a...
close.
And the person didn't even
again,
seem to be phased because, again, it doesn't expect this situation.
Yeah.
Picture-in-picture. I wish I had that kind of
We're
tech.
coming up on Dittman right now, just passing through Dittman on
But the
Whittier
problem
Boulevard,
also with the picture-in-picture
saying
is
that
one's
because I'm
ahead of
passing
the other
information
one.
along.
So it kind of...
Anyways, we're and you can see he's making a
It's
turn
not
now.
two
Now
different
we're gonna
angles,
be
it's
on
like two different
Alma
timelines.
from Whittier, and
XX,
making
thank
his
you.
way back into that residential neighborhood out here. But the speeds maybe have slowed down just a little bit. I like to see that. Maybe he's starting to realize, you know,
It's
he isn't
awesome.
gonna
Yo,
get away.
welcome.
But I kind of always the same thing as what you guys were talking about was the whole.
Oh,
does
Noel's
he know
here too?
somebody's
What?
chasing him? I always kind of wonder about that because clearly
Yeah,
there are
Noel, I
no,
was streaming that one.
sirens around him. There is nobody in his rearview mirror. And I used to say things like, you know, he's just running from his own demons. But when they do things
Running
like
from his
that,
own
it just
demons.
becomes so dangerous. Wrong side of the road again. You know, speeds are a little bit slower, but still 30 miles an hour. If it was a
They were
head-on collision,
saying,
that could be deadly. Making our way back onto the 5 freeway. 5 freeway
it's funny
north,
that
5 freeway
clip,
north from Indiana.
Stu, so one of the things we're
Of
wondering
the guy
is,
filling up the
I don't know
gas
if you
tank was like,
wanna
dude,
pull
I had a
out
clip
so we can
of
get a better
someone
sense,
doing
but
that
do you
went
see any
viral
police
like 3
cars
years
down
ago.
below?
And then in one of the
Because
clips,
is
the
he just kind of on
ABC's
his
guy's
own,
like,
or are they
oh, I've
just
never
trailing
seen
him
this
from
before.
up
It's like, dude,
above?
I've seen that like 10 different times before.
They actually,
It's funny
at
that
this
clip went so
moment, I
viral
venture
from
to say
like
the
3 different
sheriffship
accounts
doesn't
at
have them
least.
either.
And it's like I missed out on it, I
They're
guess.
doing
But
the
like
same
I've
thing
had
we were
clips
doing. Now it
from
looks
that
like,
same
okay,
thing
staying
before.
on the northbound 5. He's passing Calzona.
This is
Passing
not
Calzona,
new.
northbound 5. There is nobody, there are no units on the ground chasing him. The only ones that were chasing him at one time was it started out with the sheriffs, but when the reckless driving
Okay,
really got out
CHP
of
might
hand,
jump
the
on it
sheriff's
now.
department backed off. That's their policies. And and when he stayed on the freeway, they handed it off to the California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, I think
You
Domo,
saw
it looks
when
like
we
we're going to
first
hit the
started,
15
they
minutes.
really
Why are
got
there no
into
chases
it,
in Nashville?
and
Oh,
they
there
were
are.
right behind
It's just
him,
that,
but
like
when
the
they
news
did get
stations
back
in
off the
Nashville don't
freeway
have
again, well,
a
that
helicopter, I
jurisdictions,
think.
all of a sudden it becomes one of those gray lines, and I don't know if they lost him or if they were told to back off.
Arizona
but
stopped filming
again,
chases.
right
yeah,
now,
I mean,
back onto
it's
the
not
freeway,
that
the
LA
Sheriff's
is the only
Department
place that
might be
has
handing it
them. It's
back
just
off
that
to
that's
the
where
California Highway
the
Patrol.
news stations will get up in the
You
air
gotta
and
wonder if
cover it.
CHP knows where it is. I'm going to have to work and see if the sheriff's unit has reacquired it. It looks like
Okay,
we
he's getting off
might-
again.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely getting back off the freeway.
So we just want
Wait,
to
is he
remind everyone,
transitioning or
yes,
is
we
this
are
off?
following a pursuit,
Off,
but
okay.
you know what makes it even more dangerous than it just being a pursuit is the fact that this driver is wanted for reckless DUI. He's a reckless DUI suspect, meaning
Reckless
that
DUI.
he is impaired, and so decisions he or she is making and just actions being taken are elevated and make the situation much more dangerous.
And we're witnessing how erratic he's been driving, sometimes going into the opposing lane of traffic, making wild, crazy
Emotional
turns,
support,
and
welcome.
kind of going in circles, going on the freeway, off the freeway. He's off right now in the
My-
Boyle
my
Heights
chat
area Stu's
died
been
again
mentioning.
over
And I
here. I
wonder,
feel like I
Stu,
should
tell us a little bit
fix
about.
that.
Driving on the
at some
grass. He's
Oh,
on the road.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Check that out.
Why?
Yeah, so again, this makes you wonder if he knows this area so well.
Why are you
that
doing
he could
this?
just make that weird turn. He's actually on the
No, how are you
on
gonna
the
get out of there?
embankment off
Oh.
of the 5 freeway, making his
Okay.
way underneath the road. This
My
might get him
gosh.
back onto the freeway. I'm going to stay a little bit wider. This is the first time I've seen him actually try to evade the helicopters. There he is. He's out running.
That's him.
There he is.
Oh. Oh, wow.
He just stopped under there.
Okay, definitely trying to
What are you
avoid the
talking about?
cameras.
Okay, we made the 15 minutes,
Yeah,
by the way.
definitely
We
trying
made
to
the
avoid the
15
cameras.
minutes.
The assignment desk is
Just
yelling at
barely.
me that he's back on the freeway. I should go to the left, but that clearly looked like the suspect out running right
That was
there.
him, but now
then
you
again,
guys
who
don't see
knows?
him.
Maybe there
What
was
about
a
the
homeless
other
person
news?
down there.
Did
I'm
they
going to
see
work
him?
with the sheriffship is also here, so
No,
I
they don't
don't
have any
think
better
he's on the
view, it
freeway at
doesn't look
all.
like.
I think that. Okay.
They're searching
All
the
right.
same.
Yeah, it got tricky because he went under the freeway, so
Right,
it
so
was
we-
hard to know.
Yeah,
But
under
we
the
didn't see the
overpass
car
right
come
there.
out.
No, he did not. But
side.
could have
Right,
just
he could have just.
I
ditched
expected to see the car come out.
Just
And on foot.
Yeah, he
do?
might be on foot right now,
No.
but the tricky part of it is you.
Like,
you
this guy
wonder-
went, like,
I was gonna ask
15
Stu
minutes
if he
and, like,
ta- he
10
can talk
seconds.
to the sheriff's
Like, just barely.
helicopter there. Do they share information or what? But obviously, a very busy.
2 minutes before, it
tense
was
time
just
right now
He's
as
right
they try
there.
to
over
find
it.
the
Wait, there he is.
suspect.
There he is.
Okay, so we're looking
You
at
know,
an
I'm
individual.
gonna say this on I'm gonna say this on the air, and I'm probably gonna regret it. But I appreciate all the help and all the love. But sometimes it was like in this case, I'm pretty sure I had him the whole time, and I thought maybe that was a homeless person coming out. But at any rate,
You had him
he
the whole
walked back
time?
underneath the freeway. We saw him right there. He's definitely running out of steam. But now, where's the law enforcement?
Yeah, where are the
That's
cops
kind of
coming
the
from?
problem as well. I mean, they've been making these calls. They've been telling the officers on the ground where he is, but now this is going to be a little bit of a difficult spot to reacquire him. I'm going to keep listening to the sheriff's department. That helicopter is going to keep an eye on him. We'll see if he lazily gets out from underneath there, but I venture to say he's smart enough to know that the helicopter can't see him if he's underneath this overpass. But again, you know, who knows? Maybe this guy might try to take a vehicle or try to hitchhike or do something, but we're going to keep an eye on it. And the sheriff's department, they are arriving on scene.
Oh, there they are on foot.
Wait, here we are.
They're gonna
Okay,
go down
okay,
the
okay.
embankment right there under the overpass, try to find this guy, or actually just maybe even the vehicle that he
Right.
left behind. You got to clear that, make
Yeah.
sure that's all cleared. And this is definitely an interesting twist to this whole pursuit that started, what, 30 minutes
No.
ago?
Yeah.
As a reckless DUI suspect pursued. So we've been following him, Stu up in Sky Fox, from the San Gabriel Valley area now to Boyle Heights. We've seen this person recklessly drive on the freeway, off the freeway, in residential zones, going circles, sometimes going in the opposing lane of traffic. And then that twist right there, going under the freeway overpass, hiding
Is this cop gonna jump
the
the
vehicle.
fence?
We can't
No
see
way.
It now,
Show
and
the
then
cop jumping
leaving
the
on
fence.
foot.
Please.
Everyone is
Please,
wondering
Stu, show the
where
cop
this
jumping the
driver
fence.
is, but we do see sheriff deputies right there on
Okay,
foot
never mind.
and from the sky trying to identify who this person is, the driver and the vehicle
Had
right
real
there.
potential
but,
for a fail
certainly
there.
savvy enough to get out of our camera's way, right, Stu?
Yeah, it's savvy
The
enough for
countdown
sure.
said
I'm sure
13
he
minutes.
wasn't
No,
worried.
my
If he
stream-
wasn't camera shy. I don't think
my
that was the
stream
issue. I
time
think he
was
was
just
basically
over
just
15.
hiding from that sheriff's helicopter. These units are calling back and forth. I am listening to them, and I have not yet
Yo,
heard them say
Fade,
they
what's
have
up?
eyes on the suspect. So I don't know if he's continued on or maybe he's
Ty's goated.
weaseled
What's
his
up?
way around some other direction. But right now they have several deputies in this area underneath that overpass, and they are all searching for that suspect. And yes, they definitely found the vehicle. There's no doubt about that. But as far as the driver
Yeah, so the
goes
prediction
right
is
now,
all about
I'm
my
gonna keep an
stream
ear on
time.
it, but they
So
don't
when I
have
say
eyes
will
on
this
him
last
either
15
at
minutes,
this
it's
moment.
not 15 minutes from
It
when
could
the
be one of those
prediction
rare
begins,
situations where
but it's
Oh, okay,
15
okay.
minutes from when
The
my
driver-
stream started.
Yeah,
Because
I'm-
that's
I'm
the
just-
easiest way
I'm
for me
just
to
hearing
keep
the
track of
opposite.
it.
I'm hearing they have
like
him
I'm
in
looking at the
custody
number of
somewhere
how long
underneath
I've
the
been
bridge. They
live.
just took him into custody.
Okay.
Just
They
took
got
him
him.
into custody.
Okay,
well
they got it.
done. They know what they're doing. They always do.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Okay, got
Where?
him. There
Oh,
you
I
go.
see.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy really
Gotta go
blew
back
it.
the other way. Chris, back the other way.
Right?
Okay.
There's no
Okay,
indication that he
gonna
was
move.
armed. Toilet brush,
It
I
seems
guess.
like we're
It's just
sloth-like,
like
trust me, but we are moving around pretty quickly.
the chase
It's all
technically
the,
ends
camera
whenever
angles and stuff,
whenever
but
the car
definitely have that guy in custody. And thank you,
permanently
Melissa, on the
stops.
assignment desk who actually heard him say that.
So
I
if he
kept
gets
turning
out of
my
the car,
scanner
I
down
don't even
to,
know. Okay, it's hard to.
to hear
I
what-
could go in
have
for
conversations
5
with you.
minutes talking
So
about the different ways
those
that it
sneaks
could
right there,
happen.
those are the suspects.
You know it when
we're
you
gonna be
see
able
it.
to see him here in just a second.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank
All
you,
right,
Sky
thanks, Shate.
Fox and
You're
Stu,
welcome.
everyone.
And
I
Ty,
know that
yeah, I'm
was,
doing all right.
That was different. I feel like we say that every time after Pursuit.
But,
But this
okay,
was
now they're
yeah,
cutting the
in
fence.
many ways.
twist.
Anyone drive on the grass
Trying to
before
get him
on
out.
the highway.
Yeah.
Cutting
there
the
he
fence.
is, the suspect in custody
Okay.
now.
Right. Thankfully,
Thank you.
You know, I feel like
truly
this guy
thankful
kind
no
of
one
blew
got
it.
hurt.
Like
Danger
he
to
was
society.
able to
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
disappear,
Reckless
and then he
DUI
didn't.
suspect being taken.
It's when he gets
into
away where they
custody.
catch him,
All right.
but
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Stu.
a foot chase
And
is
the
not
show
a
must go on.
police chase.
And now we know our city is safe,
Car
but it's our
chase.
city.
And we're talking about it as a car chase. But if the person gets out and then they get in another car, then that's a continuation of the chase. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, we can still watch it on the other station real quick.
After stayed on this car and identified where the
But
guy
I feel
had
like he
gotten
did
out,
blow
and
it. Like
he's now
nobody
in
could see
handcuffs
him
and be walked
for a while.
out
Nobody
back to
could
the
see
police
him.
cruiser, and he'll be having some.
So I feel
explaining
like
to
he had
do.
an
The car will
opportunity
be
there that he
impounded, and
kind
we'll
of
see what
blew it.
happens if there's any other charges besides
Like, dude,
reckless.
why did you
And like I
drive
said,
under
we
that
don't
thing
know
and
why
jump
he
out if
pulled
you
over,
weren't
right?
gonna
Is it
like
an area that he's
actually get
familiar
away?
with, that he was trying to make a run for? Was
I'm
he
looking good.
low
Really,
on gas?
I haven't
But either
shaved
way,
nothing.
this pursuit that started just
Thank
after
you, though.
11 wrapped up relatively quickly. We know they can go so much longer. but
Should have
that
called
suspect
Lester.
now in custody.
Why
And,
is it he was doing his best?
good
All right,
ending
Jenny,
to
maybe
this,
you're
short
right.
All right, we are going to
I
take
should
a
give
quick
him a
break,
break.
and we'll be
But like,
back
why
on
would
the
you?
other
I mean, he
side.
took like a bold move to
in
drive
just a
off the road, and then all of a sudden he is like just gone. Right? He didn't disappear. He just like walked around. Yeah. All right. Shinji's right. He's a reckless DUI drunk guy. So maybe I'm expecting too much out of him to make a good run for it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Shout out to Noel and all the ambassadors and resources. And KO, what's up? If I go live again today, it's because there's another chase. I don't think I'm going to do an IRL stream today. Okay. Dimitri, you missed the chase. It's a pretty interesting one. All right, TikTok. Oh yeah, I need to change my my command. My TikTok is back. Not the same one, but a new one. Okay. The TikTok is actually snooze_fighting because they took away the snooze fighting. But I've got a video doing really well right now, so go check it out. All right. Have a good day. It's back. It's a different new account.